Your foot today.
Oh, you don't have.
Does the weather bother it? Can you tell a difference in the weather?
Sometimes I can with my knees, but not
Yeah.
with this foot. I mean, it's so packed
I mean,
in.
will Waze
got
do
all
this, or do I have to do it through Apple?
Yeah.
I got. I don't know. Mine has got.
Rudy,
Yeah.
how are you going to close the garage door, honey?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was prepared.
Okay. There you go.
If nothing else, you can tell me how to do it.
You know how to get there, Rudy?
You can go 51 until you hit
Yeah.
Primal and go left.
But there's the secret back way that we really want to do. Okay.
Oh, the
there's Waze.
secret back way?
All right, here we go.
Oh, let's go take some
It's
back
taking you
roads.
that way. You can go back. You can go down.
Well, we're not.
Elm?
We're going this way.
I know they have chicken and stuff.
Because
I-
Waze is
I
supposed to
had
show the
burger.
rest of the
Yeah.
time.
I remember
You
when
can
we
go
came
down
before
Elm
because
at
then they
St.
had
Matthews, turn
hamburgers.
right
Yeah.
and follow that, and you'll get to the same highway, and you'll
How was
lose
work
some
today?
traffic.
Long.
Long. I worked till late last night, till 9, and trying to get caught up. It's
Oh,
like a
and
losing
you-
battle. Like I work and I get
Well,
5
that's
or
the thing
6
about
things
Waze. It's
done
supposed to show you the way
during
with
the
the least
day,
traffic.
and I get 9 new things in my inbox.
We're not exactly in a hurry.
So
I'm
it's
not in
not
a
a
hurry.
job that you
I
will ever
love the
get caught up
company.
in.
No,
Wow.
there's still.
That don't make sense.
I had
I'll
60
tell you
in my
what, one
inbox
more
on
Phelps
Monday,
move.
and now
Oh,
I get
yeah,
90.
this does tell us together. We
And
Now
can't
you're
we're
gonna
turn.
turning
have
out
no
late.
light.
We
Yeah,
can't
you
turn
can.
left here.
Why don't you go through the driveway?
Go-
no,
yeah,
there's
no,
a
there's,
a parking lot there, a building and
Yeah,
nursery.
there's a
Just go
daycare
left
center.
there.
Take a left. Right here. Left lane.
Still, we should have just gone the way you were saying in that case.
That's all right.
Well, I mean, I don't usually use Waze, except with traffic is why you want to use Waze, right?
Yeah.
But if it's doing this, then
Yeah, but anytime my reflexes were never good to begin with, and now at almost 70, they're really shitty. So I like to where there is a light.
well, absolutely. Now, this is a long light, but at this time of day, it still should be better.
So, Bill, how are your classes going?
You know, Sue, every day it's a little something different.
Where
Today,
are you?
my first block was awful, and then the others were great, and that's not usually the case, you know. So,
You think we got it figured out, huh? We'll
yeah.
show you.
As the day wears on, people tend to get less
Yeah.
focused.
Really, Joe?
Yesterday, I was in,
you know,
like, we
it's
pull
just taking
groups,
77, we're just flat.
and I pull a
That
group.
makes
She
sense.
keeps a group in the classroom, and
Yeah.
they're small.
No, go ahead and follow it. When you get to
So I'm sitting there with my 2 kids
521,
and
hang
walk
away.
with the other
Unless
group,
it's just
like
something
3 kids.
Polk Street? I don't ever remember doing that.
Peyton's throwing chairs, so we had to leave. She told us to come in here. I'm like, okay.
I remember we would just go all the way down
Yeah.
51 till it hit South Carolina.
Yeah,
That
just
take
go all the way to
little
21, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you going to the beach.
No, that's
Lancaster.
521.
Meltdown today doing math. I lost
knew
my
that.
shit in math
El
today.
Niño es
I was
un
like,
colete.
We've been doing, like, what is 6
Oh, yeah,
plus
I
2?
see
My
why it's wanting you to
God.
go
Yeah.
down. Let's go through Pine.
Oh, my
Hang a
God.
left when you get to the end of.
Do they count it out on their fingers?
You'll miss 5, you'll miss.
I think this is taking us to 45.
And it's
Doesn't
honestly,
come
it's
over there,
confusing.
yeah.
If you would just let them add 2 numbers the way we did,
Yeah.
but no, you have to break it down into tens, into ones, into hundreds. You add your hundreds, then you add your tens, then you add your ones, and then you add your tens and your hundreds, and then you add your ones in. I mean, it is.
So,
It's so
you know, I saw a
ridiculous.
poll the other day that said like 65% of Americans are very concerned about the options.
Hell yeah, everybody's worried about the options.
Yeah. At least Haley got.
Did she
Haley
get a
got
state?
Vermont. She got Vermont, and you and I.
And DC.
NDC.
Yeah, she got Vermont, and she got DC, and somebody in American Samoa chose some Joe Blow for
let's just do
They wrote it.
this all the way to 21, right?
Yeah, just all the way through. This is the way I go to Ross sometimes.
But I know
Just go
there's a
through
way, like when I
Pineville.
took Ben to that place, you can go South Boulevard and duck over, you know, where at the Carolina Place Mall. Yeah, you kind of,
Oh no, she does that to go to her nieces.
yeah. So I think we're going to get rain now for like the next 24 hours.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
Joey keeps up.
Joey,
with
it's a
that
good
for
thing you didn't
sleeping,
go out today.
for sleeping.
Weather's
purposes
nasty.
and
They're
that
talking about it
going
being
out
nasty
purposes.
next week, but you know
so
what?
School, so bottom
I've been
line
waiting to go
is,
out there for a
you know,
month. and
I'm
No one
so
says
new,
I
don't
have
know
to
what
go
I'm
on the
doing,
lower
so
patio.
almost every evening I sit down for an hour and a half, you know, I get home and then I, you know, do
But
this,
hopefully
do
it
that
won't be
between
nasty.
Somewhere like 4:30 and 6 or 6:30. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what I'm doing the next day.
Really?
And I'm getting better at that because a lot of it's just technical, you know, knowing how to put this in the system and that in the system. But still, I don't know the lessons. I've never done them. And so I have to look at them, you know. I've got to go through the PowerPoint and then I got to get the speaker's notes and figure out what's what. It just takes time.
You know, but you would think. that
Mister,
a cat-
I'll never bring work home with me.
I said that.
Yeah.
So much for that. I'm like,
I say, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
for 40
I said, you
for-
know, Bill,
for
teachers go in really early, or they bring the work home with them to do their lesson plan. No, I'm not gonna do that.
well, I won't next semester, I hope, but sure am
Once
now.
you get all your lesson plans together and just save them.
But that's the biggest issue. And then the second issue is just there's 19 different places to do everything, right?
Yeah.
If you've got a kid who's late, well, I'm taking attendance. Why doesn't that create the late report?
Power
Well,
school.
It doesn't. Yeah, in Power School, it doesn't. You've got to go to the special place and enter a form that formally says that they're late and yada, yada, yada. And then you also have to go to another form that says they need to do attendance recovery. I'm like, new game?
And you have to do that for every class, right?
Well, for everybody who's late.
Wow.
So,
But you have to take attendance
sure.
for every class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not hard at all. But it's like, well, why doesn't the attendance drive those reports? You know,
Because
So
it's
my
CMS.
my first class is like 28 kids, and I'm down to 21. The other classes started at like around 16. Today had 11 in one of the classes. You know, it's just like,
Are they dropping it, or are they just
well,
late?
for the first one, there are 4 or 5 that never came. You know,
Oh.
and one by one they're falling away. And the other classes, they're just people who don't come. I saw one today. I was leaving my 3rd block, going to the 4th block, and saw one of my seniors, you know, who had skipped, and he saw me.
Busted.
Now, do you have it? What's the attendance policy for those classes?
So basically, it's once you miss 11, you're in trouble, and so that's when you have to write all the reports and send everything out. Look, Beth, somebody sold an out parcel.
Every time I look at that, I was like, oh, an out parcel.
You
I
have to-
wonder what they're going to build, because
Got the
we have an
link
out
in there, right,
parcel
Sam?
in
It rubbed off
one
on
of our
you?
properties.
I was just thinking about that when you said that.
You know, I've never been to Cotto's.
Really?
Never been there.
I think we went
A long,
maybe
long
once or
time
twice.
ago.
We knew the owners.
I had a
one
Nakano
point.
Like
on my.
Marvin,
I
remember?
had a,
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Hot Korean.
I had a Nakano on my football team when I was 23 and just moved to Charlotte. Was coaching the Trinity Presbyterian Saints.
I miss that cafeteria, believe it or not. Did you ever go to that cafeteria? We used to take
Yeah, all
mom,
this stuff
mom and
got
dad.
built while I
used to
was,
go, wait,
you know,
let's go to the
working at
cafeteria. You want to go to the
Wrexham
cafeteria?
back in
Yeah, because
the
everybody can get their
80s.
own.
Yeah.
And get vegetables.
Now they have
Stuff
food
like
halls
that.
for that. You know, they need a food hall on this side of town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. No, they
Downtown Pineville would be cool for one. Hey, we went to that Middle James the other weekend, man.
I love this. That's
Beer
the
was good,
reason
but
I
the
got
food
car
was
that I got,
lousy.
'cause I don't have to twist my neck.
The food was lousy.
Well,
Yeah, this
it
one
was
I'm pretty
either
good.
lousy
It's got
or
everything.
it was so freaking messy for no
I
reason.
kind of like having a sunroof. I really did.
Like
No, I
that
didn't-
burger that I
I wasn't
had
concerned
so
about that.
much stuff on it. It was like,
The only thing this one does not have that I would have liked is cooled seats. I did kind of dig the cooled
I got
seats.
hot seats, but I don't know if they.
You got
Who's
the-
got a bevel?
You've got bud warmer, but not the nut chiller.
What was this? That vitamin place? No, there's a
That-
vitamin place. What was that?
That was a.
It's a Tony Rowe. Joe, they got one of those crab things that we went to right back there where Tony Roma used to be.
Not
wow.
Staples, but what was the other one? What was the other one, Sue? Not Staples,
Staples.
but Office Depot.
Office
Yeah, I
Depot.
got
Yeah.
one of those around here somewhere too.
No, that was just went out of business.
Oh, it
Office
did?
Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing or just that one
Oh,
store?
it's
I
gone.
don't know.
Oh, all the IHOPs are
I
closed.
love IHOP.
And speaking of,
You know,
Although
Daddy,
I thought
Daddy
we
owned the
were
first
Yeah, I
two
know, I used to
ones
tell
in
him
Charlotte.
I had.
Used to be
I
Buffalo
really enjoyed
Tires,
that
and
breakfast.
one
Yeah.
partner screwed
The Rudy
other
Tooty
one.
Good and Fruit. That's what I like. The Rudy Tooty.
That's what Raul called me. Raul Jr. Fruity Tooty. What is it?
Rudy Tooty.
Fresh and fruity.
Oh,
I used to love IHOP. Their pancakes.
I remember we used to go to the one in Cotswold sometimes.
That one closed too.
Yeah.
I
Did
think. Maybe not.
Yeah,
But I
it did.
thought
It
it
did.
did. Yeah, it
1, 2,
did.
3,
Yeah.
Maine, Mexico.
Isn't it interesting how a corner lot used to be, the most hard fought over thing in the world, and now
We were over here the other day, Daddy.
I think the ingress egress out of these is
Yeah.
so bad that they can't hardly
That
use
is
them.
the problem. There's a restaurant. Like I was telling, I couldn't understand why Compare Foods opened that store on South Boulevard. Because you're driving along, even though you see a big sign, I mean, what do you call it, billboard, it sneaks up on you. If you don't know that it's there, you're going to miss it the first time. I say, that doesn't make sense. You want it to slap you in the face. Hey, I'm here.
What
was
they
the
ever
other
do,
restaurant?
Rudy, to that? Well, that's out of business. Oh, coming soon.
The
Gastro
Mexican
bar.
restaurant?
No, the old Tio Montero's down this street, on the left. Remember?
I don't know. It became a Cajun Queen for a while.
Wasn't there a
Oh,
Cajun Queen there?
no, you know what it is?
Yeah,
It
people are
is
walking through these
apartment buildings. There used to be a Cajun Queen down there.
Yeah.
But it used to be Tio
Montero became
Montero's.
Cajun Queen.
Yeah. It used to be an old
Train
house.
tracks.
Yeah, this
And
was-
when they closed the Tio
back in the
Montero's,
day,
where they
when I
all
worked
hung
in
out,
Pineville in the 80s.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
They
that's
put it
nothing.
down
I
here.
remember
Look at
that
all of
farm
this.
that was so
Now, it didn't look too different from here on out.
I thought the police station was like right down there.
No, it's on Main Street.
I saw it. Oh, you did?
Hey, Ben.
I've been on Main
Street,
Street, Pineville before. You ever been there?
I heard you say something.
Bali Cafe.
Ooh.
No. Didn't look good.
There was this Pakistani restaurant on South Boulevard, like on you know where the inspection place is.
Yeah.
It used to be
forever.
there, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was going. You could tell the restaurant was like going down.
What's going on over here?
Oh, yeah. That started where
God, I haven't been down this way in forever.
I know, me either. I just never go this way.
Didn't
I don't think I've
Flucy
ever
move up
been
here
this
for
far in
a
my
while,
life.
Sue?
Huh?
Didn't Flucy live here when they opened those things that looked like Charleston houses?
Not down here.
It was way down there.
No,
Stacked
Rudy,
up
it
things.
was.
It's in Lancaster, somewhere.
I don't know.
No, it
some kind of
wasn't.
church. Yeah, something like that.
It's like Blakeney area down there.
Oh yeah. I remember.
No, honey.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I'm talking about later.
I know the house you're talking about, Rudy, but it wasn't down here in Pineville. I can tell you that.
Probably putting in apartments.
Oh, yeah. 168 people a day moving in here. So.
And this This was the Spring Lake Golf Course, remember?
Yeah.
Wow, they're doing it over there too.
You ever been to
This took a
downtown
long time
Pineville,
to
Mommy?
change over.
This is where the cattle and stuff is.
There's
And behind it, there's like
My
a
friend-
industrial park and stuff.
My old neighbor lived in.
Right here. She lived in one of these houses here.
It wasn't in
I don't
Pineville,
think-
honey.
All right.
this is the one he thought it was.
It
But I don't
wasn't.
think it ever was.
But she lived in a neighborhood that looked like that, and I loved her house. It had a great.
Hated her house.
Why?
Wow.
It was
Because
too close.
It was thin.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it was
if you
there. I mean, we
sneeze-
could never live in one because the way we yell it all the time. I mean,
Watch
we'd
out
get
for in South Carolina.
we'd get
Evicted.
we'd get noise complaints. But anyway,
I was thinking about that. If I had the way y'all yell and stuff, if I had
Oh, I
you
know.
move into an apartment with me, I'd be like, shut up, you're gonna get me evicted.
So do we
I don't yell when he's not around, Joe.
If you want
Huh?
to
Never
turn
mind.
left
But
on the left.
yeah.
But the floor
We
plan
used to go
was,
play golf down
her
here in
kitchen
the
was
Dakotas.
gorgeous. And then the den was off of it, the master was right
Not
off
so
of there.
bad for rush hour.
And then there was an office and another bedroom. And then upstairs there was another bed, I think 2 more bedrooms. It was huge. It didn't look that big, but it was beautiful. And a dining room right when you came
What
in.
is this? 21 or South Boulevard?
This
We're not
is
quite yet to
Is
21.
that Mick Jagger and Angie?
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
But,
This is right next
she had
to-
trouble with her neighbors, so
No shit. Floozy? No.
every
Hang
time
on left
every
over
time
here.
there was trouble with the neighbors, they would leave. They would move.
Hell, she tried to go back to California and she realized they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
They're in
It's like
Arizona
the hotel.
now.
It's like the Hotel California. Once you leave, you can't go back. Coming here is, oh God, yeah, I sold my house in California and I just,
If you think you can get a lot here, imagine if you sold your house in California and moved down somewhere like on the way to the beach
well, Melvin, when
and
he
bought you
moved
some
here-
land.
Joey,
Yeah.
Melvin moved here in the 90s before you were born from Long Island, and he sold his house and he was able to buy a house on the river and build a building for his business.
Oh,
The
wow.
proceeds from the sale of his house.
Wow.
That was a nice house. You had to redo the kitchen, but the layout was nice. The view right on Lake Wiley, like right at a
Yeah.
jet out.
What street is this?
We're on the cut through to get to 21 now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Looks like they paved it since last time.
Wow, we got a smooth ride. It's just Buick. That's what it is.
You like
No,
this
I
car,
remember
Bill?
we rode in a Lexus.
Sue, I almost always have buyer's remorse. This is one of the few cars that I'm like,
You know, I like this better than mine because it's got better vision. The lines on my car are very nice, but they block your vision a little bit. But man,
Well, at
got-
least you have the sensor to tell you.
have, I love the
what?
sensor. It tells me, hey, dumbass, you're on the other lane.
I do like that. I've never had a backup camera,
I've never been.
and I have it. And
Computer
Tony's
whiz
car
or
has it.
anything
Plus,
like
if
that,
you turn
but
your blinker on,
I
there's a
always say,
sensor
if
that
you
will
could
tell you
get
if there's
someone to do.
You know what's funny, Mommy?
What?
At
You're
least
like,
you
I
have
don't
a
want a
familiar
small car, and then you proceed to take the small car.
Well, Daddy's enjoying the big car for a little while. When it
You're
comes
welcome to have it.
I know.
Oop. Yeah, that's how I know we're in South Carolina. Look at that big old hole.
Hey, left to left, lady. This is the Ross warehouse entrance.
Oh. What is this, Carowinds?
No,
This is
honey.
why
This is
I
Carowinds
live in
Boulevard,
South
son.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Huh?
We're
And
going
this is
away.
why I wouldn't want to, even though the housing's cheaper.
I know, I didn't mean I meant
Taxes
Carowinds
are
Boulevard.
lower.
Crazy traffic.
That's on their
Well,
lower.
we're stuck. I mean, if we move anywhere, we have to be more urban because of Mr. Joseph back here.
Tell him what I said if I was sighted I would do.
Joe, you say so many things.
If I were sighted, I'd go move like, I don't know, an hour away from here in South Carolina and go buy a bunch of land and be a redneck.
Oh,
And
that's
do
right. You
what?
want to be a redneck.
Huh?
Do
And do
redneck
what?
things. Get a shotgun and
Oh my
shoot,
God.
Drive around in a pickup
Well, then
truck,
it's a
chew
good
tobacco and spit.
Where were
down
you
the
gonna
corn.
work?
drink false stuff.
I say if I were sighted.
I know, but where would you
No,
work
he does,
being a redneck like that
That's
in the
he goes
country?
into the beaver.
I don't know.
There was this
PBR.
strange neighborhood.
No,
I can't remember
Joe,
what
you
it
would
was
be
here
a
or the
college
next one.
graduate.
This one. Yeah, Regent Park. Have you ever been there?
I go to,
They had a golf course.
I
that
go
was
and
very
have
inexpensive. And it
like go
had
and get a couple of
really
pickup
nice
trucks
practice
and make them
facility,
real loud,
but I was with some guys that we used to go play there a lot.
and turn on that little country highway. Oh, you know those country highways
Playing
over there.
golf, going through
Turn on
the
those country
neighborhood.
highways and
Here's
get in the left lane and
3,800 square foot
I'd have
home,
lots of fun.
with a pool and everything, and then all of a sudden you're in with a bunch of 2,000 square foot homes that are wall to wall. It just was the damnedest place.
Hey, Joe,
We
there's
need-
margaritas.
There's your distribution.
oh wow.
Yeah. So I had to deliver, and I go see people over there. You know, I meant to tell you, Sue, the new girls that took over,
Where?
it's kind of at Ross. They're coming by the plant, and they're going to tour, and they got some kind of initiative now to buy local. I said, well, hell, I've been selling this since the 90s. But,
That's how you cut over to Gold Hill Road, right?
right. Where the old ballpark used to be.
And
Look at this.
That's
Yeah, this is all. I haven't seen this.
Everywhere.
the old ballpark. I remember that ballpark.
It's so sad though. They're building all these apartments. Nobody
Well-
can afford to buy anything anymore.
Well,
These poor kids can't build up any kind of equity from retirement
a
or.
lot of these people are from far, far away, see? And this is a wonderful thing for them, but otherwise they'd be there.
Yeah. Do you remember in
They
the
had
80s,
equity in a house.
in the early 80s, when it seemed that way to me, like West Virginia moved down here. You remember that?
Hey, where are you?
West Virginia. You buy West Virginia. Slim chickens.
Oh, look at that, HT Fuel. I gotta stop there on the way home, sorry. This is Steve. Big Bob Steve's here. Are we here?
No, are we?
Yeah.
We're here. Damn,
Woohoo.
that didn't take long.
I know.
Slow down.
Uh-oh, I missed it.
That's all right.
Cookies here.
Nope, we're sitting outside waiting to get in.
Joe, don't forget your
Alright, this is.
Doesn't seem too long
it's
of a
in the middle of
line.
nowhere and what?
Well, we gotta unload 74 people, that's why. Hey, boy, you hit my pickup truck.
That's what I wanted to get my mama.
Yeah, but you wanted to get her a redneck sounding. And it's
Yeah, mommy, you was gonna be rolling into work with it.
Come on, Josie Cephas.